one person told me कि अच्छा asexual का मतलब है कि तुम्हारे पास organs दोनों हैं. मैंने कहा नहीं.
We do not have sexual attraction, right? So why don't you try it out?
Hey, my name is Meghna. I identify as asexual.
I'm Raju. I belong to the asexual community. I identify as grey sexual.
I was reading about the community and I used to be an ally. Then I got to know that A is not for ally, A is for asexual, agender and aromantics.
So I think it's rather a realization of when did I realize that I'm not allosexual, which is basically people who are not asexual. Where people continue talking about their crushes, and I could never relate to that because that sort of physical attraction never existed for me.
I used to confuse desire and attraction as the same thing.
8 years ago, I started using the word asexual. I was on the AVEN, which is Asexuality Visibility Network. At that point of time, we didn't have like a strong asexuality movement in India. So we didn't really have those spaces to go back, converse and understand.
It's hell. I mean, dating is hell. As people ask very weird questions. There's a dedicated app for asexual individuals, but men have ruined it.
I also have had physical flings. I was interested in a person at the point in time purely for the physical interest, or to a degree for the physical interest. But like I said, it varies. It fluctuates between time to time, and therefore I considered myself grey sexual.
But dating pool is very small because not all of the ace men are out, and I think I blame patriarchy for that.
Like my first relationship was purely romantic, and I found that people don't really get it when I'm trying to explain what I want to say.
Asexuals को लेके तो within community भी कई बार रहता है कि एक hyper sexualization का era रहा है community का, and it's normal. You do whatever you want unless you are harming anybody or you are doing without consent.
It's only off late that people started talking about asexuality. So for me, I was like, okay, I get it, but I don't really 100% get it.
There was recently a politician in Maharashtra who was mocking asexual individuals during his speech because he do not understand what asexuality means, or he does not even want to understand, because he said that, oh, so if you have a asexual relationship with an animal, do we have to legalize that?
You also forget is probably there are asexual members within the LGBTQ spectrum whose needs are not being addressed by either of these legislations, whose needs are not spoken about because they don't really fall into them. So because it's a multiply, I think, invisibilized community, so people don't understand there could be special needs for this community as well. You forget that there could be non-absent physical intimacies as well. There could be, when I say non-absent physical intimacies, people like me who sometimes may not perceive the physical intimacy, but the romantic intimacy.
In many relationships that I had, especially with heterosexual men, I have been forced to do things. I have been emotionally blackmailed that they will leave me. I have been beaten up for not having sex.
Where people were continuously talking about their physical flings or physical interests. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, wait, I don't have any.
कभी-कभी लगता है कि if you are dating somebody, if somebody comes up and they say कि okay, they will not have sex and then they turn abusive. So I think it's my personal experience, not all asexual people's experience, but yeah, it's very hard to date as an asexual woman.
So my journey has been more about coming out to myself, and there's still so much of imposter syndrome with that, right? So because you're forced to believe in a messaging world that's filled with so much sex positivity, so much of predominant physical intimacies. But then you forget to also understand that probably I've had a fantastically healthy childhood. I've had the perfect upbringing where luckily I've never been exposed to something negative. But even then, I'm still asexual.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today NewsMO.